Hey friend, John MacLennan here, and in this video you're going to learn how to play How Many More Years as recorded by Howlin on guitar. Now this song is a 12-bar blues in the key of G, so if you're familiar with your 12-bar blues chord progression, that's going to come in super handy when you put this all together. Now I'm going to show you a note-for-note guitar part that's on the recording. What it does is it starts off with a little bit of a bass line, a very typical blues figure that we're gonna apply through those 12-bar blues chord changes. And then we're gonna even dive into some of the exact note-for-note licks that you'll hear on the recording. Before we get started though, I wanna hook you up with a gift right away for spending some time with me here on my channel. At the first link down below, I've got a free tab sample pack. And these are some exclusive handouts that are gonna make learning from my YouTube lessons so much easier. So check that out by going to johnmaclennan.com/tabs or using the first link down below. All right, well with that said, let's break this song down. Let's break down how to play How Many More Years as recorded by Howlin on guitar. Now this is a blues in the key of G, and we're gonna be playing what's called a 12-bar blues chord progression. And so we're gonna use 3 chords, G, C, and D, and usually all those chords are going to be 7th chords. Now the tune starts off with the piano going through a typical 12-bar blues with this figure. So that's just your root 5th to your root 6th. It's a very common blues sound, but what the guitar does is actually this bass line part that goes. And what I'm doing is using notes from a G7 chord. I'm playing the root note here, which is the 3rd fret of the low E. Then I'm going to slide from 1 to 2 on the 5th string. Then I'll drop down 1 string to the note E here on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then come back to the 5th fret on the 5th string. So, and that's implying a G sound. The actual chord is really a G6 actually, which would be that kind of sound, you know, and you hear that in the blues all the time, like you hear that kind of slow blues sound. So here I'm going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so 1 and 2 and, that's on the and to 2, then 3 and 4. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You can use all downs with the strum hand. Now sometimes I'll go and put a little like ghost note in there. Little open string. Now it could be just an open string going to the root note, or it could also be like, sometimes I'll do that. Now that's not on the recording, but you will hear on the recording the open string a lot of times in between. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, and then it restarts. See? So we'll do that riff there on G 4 times. Then we'll go. We'll shift down 1 string and play the same thing. That's the 3rd fret on the 5th string. Slide into 2 on the 4th string. Drop down again. 2nd on the 3rd string. And 5th fret on the 4th string. 2 times. Then back to G. So far, I've got 4 times on this low G, 2 times on the C, which is called our 4 chord, and then we'll go back to the G chord there, or the G root note for 2 times. So let's try that all together. A 1, 2, 3, 4, top. Okay, now we get to the last 4 bars of the blues, which is called our turnaround, and that goes. And we have a cool little lick there that I stole from the recording. Nice blues phrase. So what I'm playing is the 5th fret on the 5th string, then slide into 4, then 4 on the 3rd string, then 7 on the 4th string. So this is our 5 chord. Then drop down to C. Now here, you could go back, easy version, just play G 2 more times. Advanced version. Okay, so let me show you that slowly. I'm hammering in. 3rd fret to the 4th fret on the 3rd string. Then 3, 5 on the 2nd string. 5 on the 1st string. Then walk back down, pentatonic. But now a little change here. Little pull on that string. Then end with 2 times there on the 5th fret. So that's the phrase there. Then you go. And that sets us up for what's called a 5 chord there, little D7, and the recording just goes and does that, but I like to go and put a chord on there. I got that, from Stevie Ray Vaughan. He would do that all the time. Okay, so 1 and 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and back to the top. So let's put it all together. First, I'll play just the last 4 bars. 3 and 4 and. Okay, now let's go from the top. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. To C. D. C. Congrats on making it through this classic blues in the key of G. Be sure to take it slow, work out each part, and then try and put it all together and play it along with the recording. Before you go, don't forget to download my free tab sample pack at the first link down below. And this is going to make learning from my YouTube lessons so much easier because you'll be able to follow along with the handouts that I have for you. Also, let me know down below your #1 song that you would like to see me teach here next on the channel. Just comment it down below. Thanks for your support with the lessons, and we'll see you in another video real soon.